Welcome back to another episode. While I have a cool down, today I'm going to talk about basically all the dope stuff that's coming to AO V2. So, you already know AO is already advanced as it is, but I don't think we're stopping there. So, other than actually overhauling the whole city and actually making modern buildings and stuff like that, we're also doing other stuff for like law enforcement's law enforcement's DOT and all the others. So a couple of the stuff that are coming, and also I'm going to be showing you guys stuff that's already here in AO right now in the current update that I have never gotten to show you guys yet. So we're gonna start with the stuff that's already here. The stuff that's already here now is you can toggle ELS. So we kind of were alpha testing a long time ago, but only certain people had access to it. But now everybody does. You can auto toggle this system, so the ELS. You don't have to open your ELS panel. So say you're following somebody and you want to quickly turn on your ELS, you can do it without having to open this super quickly, as you can see. And then you can toggle off without having to open this again as well. This is something that officers kind of wanted a long time ago, because this covers half of the screen and you don't want this covering your entire screen. So if you're trying to pull over somebody real quick, you just do this, and just like that, they get the idea of what you're trying to do, which is to pull over. There's some people that require siren, and we still have the siren right here because we don't want officers triggering the siren with a hot button. But you can always notice the light, but you'll never notice the sirens and stuff. And we don't want officers forgetting to turn that off. That's one. Another update is, I know people tend to hate when law enforcement are in a pursuit and they roll up to the scene with their sirens and everything, and then they get out of the car and the siren's still going off. So you roll up to the scene like this. I'll give you an example. So you roll up to the scene like this and you run away. So when you chase after the suspect, guess what? Your siren automatically turns off. I know a lot of places. I remember when I was in Firestone, I hated that. That update is live as well. So now, if an officer comes into an area code 3 and he exits the vehicle, so let's say you pull over to a scene and you stop here and you start chasing the person right away, guess what? The siren is off. It does not bug people. I know it drove so many people crazy. This feature is officially enabled, and it's a feature that I haven't shown you guys, but all the officers know and appreciate very well. Like, you have no idea how happy they are. And also civilians that are in the area, because it was originally, it was annoying to have officers have their siren just blowing up and the officers, like, very far into the terrain chasing a suspect, and the siren is like right over here just blowing up and everything. And keep in mind, our sirens are pretty loud, so the fact that its existence was just annoying to so many folks. So pretty much that is something that we've pioneered in the new update that also came out as well. It's the good thing about this update is the fact that the law enforcement majority of the officers don't even notice it until, I'm pretty sure, after they see this video. And that's how easy and how, like, it was kind of like, it kind of happened, and they're like, they kind of got used to it. I feel like AO's gonna like pamper them so well to a point where they're like, when they go to Firestone or Mayflower, they're gonna notice this and be like, what the hell, why is it not here? um that's kind of a feature. So now if you're pursuing somebody, it doesn't matter if you're in Yelp, Priority, any of them, as soon as you get out of the car, it turns off, but your ELS is still gonna run. Of course, that's a safety issue, So if you leave your car here or anything like that, your ELS is gonna be on. So that will not stop. So whatever format you're in, whether you're in code 1, code 2, or code 3, your vehicle will always remember that and will keep you in that zone. What will change is the sirens. So sirens will always turn off. This update goes to all the law enforcement. It also goes to FD. So any department that utilizes sirens in their vehicles, that's what happens. When they get out of their vehicle, they can turn it off. So you don't have to go back and open this as well. So that's another neat feature that I have not shown you guys. Now, now back to ELS for V2 update. When that does come out, another special event happens. When you hit this, when you hit and you go into code 3, guess what? In V3, the lights will turn green for officers. So every time you turn on, so you try to get close to the thingy and you turn on this code 3, it turns green. The light turns green for the officer. So if you're going down the road and you're in code 3, the light will turn green for you. So you pretty much you have your lights on and your sirens. The it would speak to the light and it would turn green for you. That update is not live. It's an update that's coming to V2, but it's one that I know officers will be excited for because it raises officers' safety awareness. So because the thing is, majority of the people, majority of the officers, they have their sirens yelp blaring, but sometimes people don't hear it. And this does is it basically causes a potential accident. So to kind of curb that issue, we have the light red for the other people so that everybody stops for a red light. If somebody intentionally crosses a red light, then that issue is on them, and that was their intent, is to basically cross a red light. Now keep in mind, it won't be like right away red light. So the other person, it will be like orange then red. So it's gonna wait for a couple of seconds of orange and then it's gonna go red. It won't go right away. It's not like we're trying to cause an accident. We're trying to prevent an accident. So as an officer is coming with their sirens blaring, if they're in code 3, this will automatically turn green, just like that. You see how I did that? That's what would happen. So right now, as you could see, it doesn't work. It's just a coincidence that these lights are working, but it does not work. But it will be working very soon for V2, and this is something for officers' safety. So if you're in law enforcement, FD, and as well DOT, I don't think we're gonna activate it for DOT. We don't know yet, but we'll see. So I don't think we're going to activate it for DOT, but it's 50-50 right now. But I know all law enforcements and all medical and fire departments are going to have access to this feature. So all they have to do is go into code 3 and all the lights turn green for them the second they open it, just like it is right now, so that it does not cause, they don't cause an accident. So that is another feature that we're super excited about that's coming to V2. Another feature that's coming for law enforcement, if you're a law enforcement officer in AO, is this 911 system is officially getting moved. It's getting removed and it's moving to the computer. So you know, in AO we utilize our computers a lot. We think this is dumb. This, yes, it was fun. Everybody does it, but it's not as good as it used to be. We're officially moving everything over to the computer. So that means that you're going to have all your 911 calls right here. So if you're an officer, you're going to pull over to the side of the road, you know, and you want to see exactly what's going on. You pull over to the side of the road, and while you're running radar, let's say I'm running radar right now. While you're running radar and looking for people, you can also look for you can look through and see if there's any 911 calls for you. This is for your this is so that it doesn't look, because in real life officers don't have such a thing. We also possibly we will be moving the unit numbers over to here, but that's 50-50 right now. But one thing that's for sure moving is the 911 call system. That will have an application the same way this is an application, the same way this is an application, and the same way this is an application. It'll be an application of its own. For V2 as well, there's going to be a map of all the of the whole entire of the entire game inside here. So this map, this navigation, will show other officers' areas. So let's say there's a shots fired and an officer hits his panic button. You don't have to say 1020, or like if the officer is down or whatever. All you have to do is open up the computer and open the map, and you'll see exactly where that officer is. You will not be able to see civilians. All you would see is officers. And the thing is, you'll see officers in your department. So you won't be able to see an officer in IDB. You'll never be able to see FD. This is done so that people don't, like, we want to make it easier for cops to communicate with each other, but we don't want to make it too easy where they can catch criminals right away super fast. So in real life, EMS systems don't speak to police departments. like their dispatch don't speak to the police departments. Yes, they do send a couple of calls over to them, but they don't always directly speak to them. We're doing the same thing right here. So you'll be able to see only the people in your department. So you could see exactly where, say, if it was me and I was somebody else, you would be able to see when you open the map where Officer Cal is. It's gonna say Officer Cal is right here. It'll show you like an icon of the officer, like usually your face, and basically that your face is gonna be driving around the map, kind of like the car simulator, but except it's only officers. So that's another feature that's coming to um, AO for V2. So we're excited about that. The trunk system is almost complete. So within the trunk system, you'll be able to put stuff in the back of your squad car, like your rifle, for example. You'll just be able to move your rifle back over here. So once you put in the back of the vehicle, pretty much you'll be walking around with your with your pistol, which, as you could see, you would be able to like utilize on pretty much here. Let me take off my vest. As you can see, you already know that we can take off your vest and we can take off your police belt. This is so that you can pretty much go around the same way you are. That we were one of the very first to have that. Another thing that we have that we've been at the forefront is if you take out your pistol, it gets out. If you take out your taser, it comes out, as you can see. This is another officer safety and realism, of course. Flashlight, right there, you see the flashlight disappear. OC spray as well. And your cuffs come on you like it comes within your thing. So here I have two cuffs. Another thing, a feature that people don't know about is these vests are not just here for show. They actually protect the officer. So if you shoot at me and you shoot in this area, you won't do that much damage to me. But if you shoot me right here or the head, you'll do a great deal of damage. If you shoot me here, you will injure me um, greatly compared to if you shoot me right here. Here you might not get like that much. It might even go down a little tiny bit, but not that much. And some areas are even bulletproof, like it won't even do any damage to you. If you get a headshot on somebody in AO, headshot is lethal. Headshot means you're dead. Uh, so be careful on that. Another thing that's very lethal is snipers, but right now only law enforcement, especially IDB, have snipers. If a sniper gets you, you're dead. You're pretty much done. Also keep in mind IDB snipers are also what's it called? They're armor piercing rounds. So that means they'll go through your vest in a heartbeat. So because in AO, as you're aware of, we have civilians that have vests. So the same way you have a protection as a police officer, you have the same protection as a civilian. So you can go buy yourself a vest. The same way you could buy yourself a gun. You just cannot buy a sniper at the moment. More gun updates are also coming. Shotguns are becoming a thing. More rifles are becoming a thing. Uzis are coming back. So there's that. Gas station update is coming out. Robbery systems is actually, I think these couple of weeks it's coming back. ATM's coming back, and also bank robbery is coming back. So we have so much planned out. This department, the EMS, the ambulance, actually merged with the fire department now. So this department is overseen by the fire department now. They're not its own department no more. It used to be its own department, but now it's a subdivision of the fire department. So the EMS is now run by the FD. So that's another thing that's new at the moment. But yeah, so there's crazy things coming today. I just wanted to update you guys on what's here and what's coming. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you guys are feeling awesome, make sure to like this video, by the way. And make sure to subscribe if you have not subscribed by now. I know majority of you guys have subscribed, so thank you so much for that. And with that, I am out. Deuces.